Beautiful shot. The U.S. Capitol has partially reopened this week, but only partially. The complex has been largely shuttered to tourists and school groups since March 2020. As congressional correspondent Scott MacFarlane reports, even the reopening has been bogged down by confusion, controversy, and some politics.
Wave, everybody wave.
11 hours on the bus to make it to Washington. The students from Central Middle School in Port Huron, Michigan, eventually arrived at the Capitol.
It's something really big for them, and like something really big for me too, because here, I'm sorry.
But they noticed something was missing from the People's House. Many of the people.
What did you like inside from past years you can't show this year?
So the two things I would say the most, Statuary Hall, and then the Rotunda.
Some tour groups returned to the U.S. Capitol this week, but many restrictions remain from a shutdown of the campus that began at the outset of the pandemic in March 2020. Staff are permitted to lead tours, but only 6 hours a day and during midday hours only, with groups no larger than 50. Central Middle School's group was too large. In a report to the Senate earlier this spring, the Senate Sergeant at Arms revealed a full reopening of the Capitol complex, including the Capitol Visitor Center, won't be complete until 2023. And like so much in Washington, even the campus restrictions are a wedge issue, with Republicans criticizing Democratic leaders.
It's sad, and there's no reason for it. There's no reason for it.
When CBS News pressed top congressional officials for answers, we heard different answers about the reopening.
I got members of both parties saying they'd like it to happen wider and faster because they're saying no to school groups.
Yeah, no, it's...
Can you use your office to make it happen faster?
Well, since I'm not the House Capitol physician, no, I can't. If I ruled the world, we wouldn't have COVID. But we all want our people to come. This is the people's house.
But the Senate Sergeant at Arms told senators the closures are not about health.
The limiting factor right now is not COVID related, but an insufficient number of uniformed police officers to man the many positions associated with the Capitol Visitor Center.
Including, she said, due to the impact of the January 6th attack. Capitol Police tell CBS News they're trying to tackle those shortages, aiming to hire and deploy 280 more officers by September.
But in the meantime, the restrictions on tour groups remain in place here at the Capitol, which means during this peak of sightseeing season, there are fewer sights to see at the center of American democracy until at least next summer. For CBS Saturday Morning, I'm Scott MacFarlane at the Capitol.
That's a major trip for a lot of kids in middle school, is that trip to D.C. and really sad if you're going to miss out.
I mean, there's a couple things I think everybody can agree on, and that is people should be able to visit the People's House, one, and two, it should be safe and secure.
Right. I don't understand why the issue of COVID, my natural reaction was, oh, it's a safety issue. It's a staffing issue.
Well, that's what the Sergeant of Arms said.
Yeah, but the health issue, I don't understand that reasoning.
I think they're figuring it out.
Okay, how about
Shocking politics in the nation's capital.
All right.